This is the Behringer Euphoria UM2. Not sponsored. I bought this off of Long & McQuaid. Not sponsored. If you're looking for a review of this thing, it's about this big, kind of size-wise. The knobs turn really well. It's made out of plastic, but it kind of has like a nice weight to it, so it feels pretty decent. And it's bus powered, so you don't need to plug it into like an external plug. You can just plug it into your laptop and it'll just work. I bought this audio interface for $52 plus tax and shipping and handling. So you're probably wondering why I bought another audio interface when I already have one. Well, let me ask you this question. If this is all you have, can you still make really good music? All the audio that you're hearing is coming through the Shure SM57, through this audio interface into Logic, and I'll process it and make it sound really nice, but the raw audio will sound like this. This is truly what the raw audio sounds like. I was at someone's birthday party and had a conversation with one of the guests about music, and I said that I had a little setup in my bedroom and I was making songs and releasing them onto Spotify. And they made a passing joke about the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. They said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure you got a really big studio with your Focusrite Scarlett Solo." Something along those lines. A dig at an interface designed for people who are starting out. Just like this one right here. And that comment really has stuck with me for quite a bit. And that comment really stuck with me because everyone on their recording journey will at some point be at this stage. I'm gesturing to my laptop in the interface right here. So ask yourself, is this all you need? I think there's definitely a conversation to be had about the accessibility of studios, and I don't want this to come across as if it's a jab at massive studios, because I think they are also valuable and important for what they do. Rather, I think there's an interesting space to be held for independent artists and musicians recording themselves, not needing to spend the money and spend the time in a massive studio. There's something more accessible and almost intimate about beginner recording gear, or introduction recording gear, or one mic line and one instrument line recording gear, or the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, or the Behringer Euphoria 2, or what is it called? Euphoria UM2. There's something intimate about it. Once you start recording yourself, once you get past the uncomfortability of hearing your own voice, you start to realize how to make things sound better and how to record using the equipment that you have to sound better. You start trusting your ears as well as the technology that's available to you. Sometimes limitations force creativity. When you're starting out recording yourself, you're using your ears to realize what sounds good. And as you go further and further, you trust those ears more and more and learn different techniques on how to improve what sounds you're making and what you're recording and all of that. Fundamentally, every massive studio with those big sets of faders and a big computer and a control room and an isolation booth and a live drum kit on the floor, fundamentally, every massive studio has to be able to record one microphone into a computer. Think about it. Because every studio has to be able to put a microphone in front of a singer and say, okay, we're going to sing now. Or put a microphone in front of a guitar amp and record the guitar. Every studio has to be able to do what the Euphoria UM2 or the Focusrite Scarlett Solo does. They have to be able to record what I'm saying or what I'm singing or what I'm playing and put it into the computer. Here's an example of what I mean. Fundamentally, every studio should be able to record a microphone and a guitar, right? This little guy right here is doing just that. This little guy is able to record a microphone and a guitar and capture the performance. And what I mean by that is, well, I'll just show you. Can I walk across dimensions? Stroll around to distant lands. Find the cable of connection. Pretend I'll end up in your hands. Do you breathe another substance? Can we hold each other plain? Can we clear it of obstruction left behind from other ways you try to call me by my name? I know you're somewhere. I won't ask how you have been, no. I know you don't care. But could you come tell me again? Because here's the thing. Anyone can make music. So yes, big studios are really great. I'm not able to record a live drum kit in this room. I'm not able to record a live band in this room. But I will say what's available now is really, really good, almost to the point where you don't really need to record a live drum kit. Or maybe you don't even want to. How many hip-hop, R&B, electronic, EDM musicians used sampled drums or sampled kicks or electronic drum kits that you don't need a live studio for? This little guy allows me to be able to do what a large studio fundamentally should be able to do. And honestly, if a studio is not able to record one microphone into the computer, something's broken or someone just doesn't know how to use the board. Because a song isn't good because it was recorded in a massive studio. A song isn't good because it was recorded with fancy microphones, or because it was recorded in a $14,000 studio, or because it was recorded in a $30,000 studio, or because it's going through this one plugin, or it's going through this one outboard gear. It's good because it sounds good. And yeah, this outboard gear could sound better than this plugin, or this plugin could sound better than this synth, or this drum kit could sound better than this drum kit, or whatever. But if the song sounds good, who really cares how it was recorded? A while ago, the only way to hear new music was to either go to the record store and buy the record, hear it on the radio, or your friends tell you about it. And word of mouth is truly the best way of sharing music. Now we have the internet and different music streaming platforms that allow us to have access to all of this new music. On top of this, people don't need thousands and thousands of dollars or hundreds and hundreds of dollars to pay for studio time to record their songs. Artists now can pay $52 plus shipping and handling and a microphone and some cables to record the songs that they hear in their head. You don't need hundreds or thousands of dollars to rent out the studio time. You have the ability and the accessibility to record it in your bedroom. And yes, some of it may sound really bad, but also some of it may sound really good, and people now have more accessibility to be able to record songs. There's always going to be bad songs, and there's always going to be good songs. There's always going to be songs, and there will always be artists who want to write songs. So next time someone rags on the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, just know that's how a lot of people started. That's how I started. That's how you might start. So start. There's a lot of limitations that these audio interfaces provide, and a lot of times those limitations necessitate creativity, which sometimes can be better than just going into a big studio and recording it. Citing that dude who made a rap album on an iPhone or whoever.
You might notice there's all this studio equipment behind him. Steve doesn't use any of it. Well, other than the swords.
Since there's a lot of different pathways that musicians use to record their songs or release their songs, it makes me wonder about the guy who made that comment at that birthday party was more digging at the people who were doing it differently than he was, and he saw that as incorrect, rather than digging at beginners who are still recording and learning and experimenting. Because I promise you, every artist, painter, photographer, musician, whoever, has a pile in their closet of art or songs that they never want you to listen to and never want to see the light of day. Because people make bad stuff all the time, and that's okay. That's how you learn. You can learn by doing really great things and progressing that way, but you can also learn by making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. So to answer the question, is this all you need? It could be. Fundamentally, studios have to record one microphone, and you can do that in your bedroom. So, other than your ears, what's really the difference technologically between you and a studio? So practice recording, and practice producing, and practice creating, and use your ears and figure out what sounds good to you, and learn your gear, and figure it out, and just make music. Make music. It's great. Bye everyone. Take it easy.